Matthew Lavario. So is that a sticking point for everybody? Because it seems that based upon what I'm reading, maybe he shouldn't be at that house though.
It's his father.
I mean, I understand.
The father has, well,
I mean,
he has no objection to that.
all right, but you understand my concern?
I have to admit, no.
Okay. Oh, well, because I mean, it's saying that his father, he struck him with a machete. Texas versus Matthew Randall Sanchez Lavario. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
All
All right. And are you Mr. Lavario Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Lavario, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're waiving the enhancement paragraph.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Lavario, I'm showing you, excuse me, what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, off the record for a moment. Deputy Lord, could you move Mr. Cox and his client on that end? Is that possible? All right, we're back on the record. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes,
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Mr. Lavario, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishments be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon, affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Matthew Lavario. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes.
Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There were none, Judge.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State exhibit number 1 with all the attachments.
Any objections?
Objection.
All right, and state, have you had a chance to speak with the complainant?
I believe the complainant had not been contacted for this case, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Lavario, I'm showing you what's in, oh, you may continue to confer.
Thanks,
Mr. Lavario, showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits, one and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find the defendant guilty. Counsel, I have a problem with the no harmful or injurious contact with Matthew Lavario. So is that a sticking point for everybody? Because it seems that based upon what I'm reading, maybe he shouldn't be at that household.
It's his father.
I mean, I understand.
The father has, well.
I mean,
Sure, he has no objection to that.
all right, but you understand my concern?
After that, no.
Okay. Oh, well, because I mean, it's saying that his father, he struck him with a machete
I understand.
on the ankle
I understand.
and it went to the bone. So I'm just trying to figure out why is there a,
That was the initial report. I agree with that.
okay,
However, as the whole thing developed, that's why we're here on this plea. It turned out to be somewhat less than it was explained in that report. It still happened.
Mhm.
The father has no objection. We had no objection with him living that period. So it's not a problem for the father.
okay, I understand there's not a problem for him, but I have a slight problem.
Okay.
So is there an issue or something that was discovered after that I'm not aware of? I mean, if there was, if somebody can let me know.
Anna Ochoa Nelson for the state judge.
Yes.
We did receive an affidavit of non-prosecution from the victim in the case who claims that it was some kind of lawn accident. They were cleaning trees, that he did not want the case to proceed forward, Judge.
Okay. All right, that clears things up for me.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
need to have that cleared up because otherwise,
I didn't want to talk to the prosecutor on it.
all right, no problem. All right. The court will sentence you, as previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. Court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's been no harmful or injurious contact with Matthew Lavario. Is there some type of mental health or issues with alcohol with your client?
Not that I'm aware of, Judge.
All right. Do you have any issues with alcohol or anything of that nature, drug use? If you do, I can request the therapeutic community for you at the prison. Whether you get in the therapeutic community or not will be completely up to the prison because I have no jurisdiction to force them to do that. But if you would like that, it does not increase the length of time that you are in custody. But if you need it, now's the time to say it and to perhaps get it. No? Okay. All right. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Nothing further. We've asked that you follow the plea agreement, Judge.
All right. So did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights? With your attorney, did you understand it?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence and also a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
36.
All right, I'm going to tell you this. Usually, people only get one parent in their life. I'm going by what happened from the police report and what everybody's telling me. But you know what happened? Your father knows what happened. What I know is if you're going to be living with your father, you need to be respectful to your father. If you feel like your father is not being respectful to you, then you need to get your own place. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
You should